progress.
The Tragedy of Cinema podcast is intended as a family-friendly program that by extension strives to be inclusive to all people regardless of their ethnicity, gender, creed, or any other identifying factors in this incredibly diverse world of ours. With that said, some of the films we discuss may contain serious subject matters or have content considered morally objectionable by today's standards. We do not intend to condone or dismiss these aspects of these films, but our primary focus will be on what we believe the film succeeds at, some fun facts, and our personal enjoyment factors of each film. With that said, we hope you enjoy the show.
Oh, the neon light, Jimbo and Bond take flight. 80s dreams are its delight. In the realm of black and white, movies and TV flow through the stories we all know. Silver screen tales unfold in the magic they bestow. The tragedy of cinema, when memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of fire,
It's a
but-
lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe, I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world. More.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices, your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
You have a dog?
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tragedy of Cinema podcast. I'm your host, Jimbo. And look, up in the sky, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's my co-host.
Hey, it's Bond.
Bond, today we are doing something that we have never, ever done in the 6.5 years of the Tragedy of Cinema podcast existence. We are covering a movie that is still in the movie theater.
No.
True story. And we are doing Superman, the 2025 movie. I know I'm a big nerd. Superman's my favorite superhero. I know Bond's a big nerd too because he just showed me some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles autographs he was getting on a comic book cover at a convention down there in Texas. So Bond, are you a Superman fan?
I love Superman. Superman is what made me fall in love in comics back in the 80s, man.
Absolutely. I what really got me is I've always been a Superman. Obviously the Christopher Reeve movie when I was a kid. Loved it. Those were always he is my Superman. But the whole death of Superman and the return of Superman with the 4 different guys coming back still and Superboy and all that in the comic book series.
Oh, yeah.
I was there buying those every single week because it was such a fantastic storyline. It captivated me as a young adult and I loved it. So Bond, before
the John Byrne Man of Steel miniseries that came out in the mid 80s, like you're saying, the death of Superman, just all the writers, all the art. It's what made me fall in love with comic books, man.
Oh yeah. That and the Nightfall series of Batman, those two together right there is what it's perfect. So Bond, before we get started though, once again, we see Lex Luthor make an appearance as the antagonist in this Superman movie. Bond, where are you going to rate this guy's performance as Lex Luthor all time with the other Lex Luthors?
All right, so first we got to put a spoiler warning out there for this episode.
Yeah, big spoiler.
If you have not seen this movie, do not listen to this podcast until you see it.
Yes, it's going to be spoiler heavy in this episode because
it's going to be very spoiler heavy.
And we might even get a little bit.
We both like this movie.
We might even get a little bit nerdy in this episode.
Oh, we're definitely going to get nerdy in this episode.
We're getting down and nerdy, not down and dirty.
Oh my goodness. I put this Lex as number 2.
Number 2. Who are you putting as number 1?
Version of him at all. Number 2.
Who's number 1 then?
Smallville.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%. I think that Michael Rosenbaum's character as Lex Luthor I just restarted watching Smallville last week. I think I'm on episode 3 right now. I love that TV series. It is so good. Bond, maybe we should just do an episode by episode review of Smallville. That's how nerdy we are.
That would be awesome.
All right, maybe we'll put that in the plans. But I think you got to go Michael Rosenbaum, then this guy, and I'm probably going to go Gene Hackman here, even though he didn't really have the classic hairdo, the bald head. He always had that little comb over. And then, you get down to, what was it, Kevin Spacey? When wasn't he in Superman Returns?
Kevin Spacey was
and then who's that other one? Jesse Eisenberg or whatever that was in. Yeah. No. I just think that this guy, he nails it. And from the notes that I have, the guy that played Superman and the guy that played Lex Luthor in this movie, they both actually took stuff from the Smallville TV series and incorporated it into their characters, as well as the Christopher Reeve Superman. Cornsweet said that he tried to portray some of that, which I think he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he
at.
studied Christopher Reeve and how he went from Clark Kent to Superman.
Yes, and that's one thing I wanted to mention at the beginning of this is because I think that his portrayal of Clark Kent in this is good. It's almost like watching a nerd again, like, Christopher Reeve. Nobody's going to top Christopher Reeve ever.
Right.
Ever. And you know what? I was on board as I really enjoy Henry Cavill. I think he did a fantastic job as Superman, but this Superman, there's just something different about him. And I can't quite put my fingers on it. It's almost going back to its roots, like the roots of Superman and not the godlike character that we've seen in the Justice League of the films past.
I think the word you're looking for is wholesomeness.
Thank you.
He's wholesome.
Right. Yeah.
Just like Christopher Reeve was wholesome.
Yep.
You believed the Clark Kent character more than you did the Superman character.
Oh, absolutely.
And to me, Clark Kent's the harder sell.
Yep. And I like that even this guy has his hair different than Superman in this movie. It's kind of all tangled mess. Like, it's just good.
Yeah.
But Bond, we could sit here and rattle all day long without giving out any facts or information or talking about this. So why don't you go ahead and see what we got to start this off with?
All right, man. We'll chip away at the facts as we talk about opinions. It's Superman 2025 superhero film based on the Siegel and Schuster comic from 1938. Right? They pulled from so many different comic book worlds to get this movie done. It's directed by James Gunn, written by James Gunn. Of course, we know James Gunn. He's a modern guy when it comes to comic books. He started with a movie called Slither. He's done Guardians of the Galaxy 1 through 3. He's produced, he's directed, he's written Suicide Squad. He's the reason people are excited about the new DC universe, cinematic universe. Is everyone's excited about what he's going to do with this whole DC thing.
Now, Bond, were you a fan of his Guardians of the Galaxies?
I was the first one.
Me too. Exactly what I was going to say. The first one.
The first one's great because he took these characters that no one knows unless you're a really deep comic nerd and made it where you like the characters. It was the first comic book movie where I thought the humor worked.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, hey, this movie's actually funny. They're not trying to be funny. They're actually funny.
Yep.
And so I'm excited about what he's going to do with DC. I love the fresh start he's taken, man. This movie was produced by Peter Safran and James Gunn. Cinematography by Harry Branham. The budget for this movie, this movie came out in 2025, so the release date was July 7th. July 11th everywhere, but in one theater on July 7th. The running time is 129 minutes, so a little over 2 hours. This movie's budget was $225 million, which today would be $225 million.
Like that inflation calculator there, Bond.
Yeah, adjusted for inflation, that would be $225 million.
That'd still be a lot of money.
At the box office so far, after the first week and a half, let's say 10 days, $408 million worldwide.
Insane.
So this movie is huge. And we are 2 weeks tomorrow, I think might mark the 2 week that it came out. So this movie stars David Corenswet as Superman / Clark Kent / Kal-El. He is from the TV show House of Cards. He was actually making the movie Twisters when James Gunn called him up and offered him the role.
Yep.
So we know from Twisters. Here's something really cool I found out about David Corenswet. His grandfather invented the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Really?
Yeah.
I love those things.
You know, you're in elementary school, choose your own adventure. Hey, do you want to walk into the cave? If so, turn to page 17. Do you want to go home and have a cookie with your grandma? Turn to page 20.
And you go to page 17 and find out that you've been eaten by a bear, and then you go back and pick the other page.
Yeah, no. I meant go home to grandma. Like, oh, yeah. If you saw the words "the end," you'd always go back and change your mind. His grandfather invented the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
That's awesome.
I know. I thought that was great. This movie also has Rachel Brosnahan. She plays Lois Lane.
A fabulous Lois Lane, I might add.
Would you say the best Lois Lane?
I you know what? I'm going to say yes.
Whoa. Yes.
Okay. The reason I like it is because she played an older Lois Lane than what we're used to recently. She seems like she is a veteran news reporter, and you know what I mean, like she's been there a while. Now I did like Margot Kidder. Don't throw stones at me because she is Lois Lane. Like I said, I can't compare anything to the original Superman movie because it's my favorite. Superman 2 is my favorite movie of all time, probably. So that holds a special place in my heart. But I am happy with this Lois Lane, if that makes sense.
The thing I loved about this Lois Lane was she was smart.
Yes.
Just in the trailer that we just played, where she's drilling him with question after question after question, right there, that establishes her as this world-class reporter.
And that's what I like about this Superman and Lois Lane romance, if you will, is Superman's not afraid to yell back at her. He's like, people are going to die. And she's like, well, did you consult the president? He's like, yeah. And she's like, well, did you consult the president of wherever they were fighting? He's like, yeah, she's like, where? He said, well, we went out and, I held him up against a cactus or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay. So you tortured him.
The like, world leader against his will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I like that. I like that you're seeing the conflict between Lois and Clark, aka Superman, in this movie right from the get-go. I really enjoy that.
She didn't have that awkward poem that Margot Kidder has in Superman. She like has this reflective poem that
am I dreaming? You remember that?
Yes, it's terrible. I don't know what that was all about.
Well, and she wasn't a chain smoker in this one.
True.
She was addicted to sugar, I think, because of the coffee cup. Remember, she just keeps dumping the sugar there. And I'm like, man.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She's an excellent Lex Luthor, or not Lex Luthor, sorry, Lois Lane. That's awesome. Lois Lane. She played in The Marvelous Miss Maisel on TV. Have you ever seen that show?
Mm-mm.
That is a great show. It's an Emmy Award-winning program where she plays Miss Maisel as a stand-up comedian in the 1960s.
Yeah, but that's not a Marvel show, is it?
No, it's that's what it's called, The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I've actually seen that. It's over there like in England or somewhere, right? I just seen one episode.
No, it's like in the Catskills.
I only saw like one episode if I did.
Well, it's really good stuff, man. She was also in House of Cards, and she's also made appearances on The Blacklist. She was in the movie Unborn, The Amateur, and her aunt is a famous designer, Kate Spade. I don't follow designers that closely.
I don't either. You can tell my face is like, yeah. Oh, good for her.
But Kate Spade, if you know your designers, then you know she's a household name. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. We also have Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor.
Fantastic job.
We described him. He is amazing as Lex Luthor. I think he's the second best, but only because he had 2 hours to develop this character.
Right.
Less if you take all the scenes where he wasn't in. He's probably in the 30, 45 minutes worth of the movie. He's established his character. How many episodes of Smallville?
Well, what was it?
Where he had a chance to develop the
7 seasons or 9 seasons or whatever it is. It's ridiculous.
So, is that why he's the best Lex Luthor? Because he's had 9 seasons to develop it compared to
I just think that the Lex Luthor in Smallville, he was that cocky, arrogant, suave, rich, you know what I mean? But then again, it could have been, and I think his dad helped along, Lionel Luthor helped get that character going too, because you hated his dad too and that. But this is the one thing that I hated about this movie, and I'm going to say it right here. So,
spoiler
alert right here, is I did not like Lex Luthor calling out the moves like to his cronies, like K-14, and is showing Ultraman swinging his right arm at Superman, or G94. It was like he was inputting cheat codes on a Sega Game Shark or Game Genie or something. It just, I don't know. Did you like that?
No, not really, because I think it would have been better. I mean, with all the technology they had and the cloning and all this stuff, he didn't have AI.
Well, not only that, but why
AI would have been able to read the moves faster than he
not only that, why
couldn't
he have just called him out into the guy's headset instead of having 15 guys up there in LexCorp or LuthorCorp, inputting them? Why couldn't he have just went straight into told the suit what to do?
An AI program, a basic AI program, would have been able to read the moves ahead of time faster than he could react.
Right. Yeah, that's true too.
So, I'm saying, so why would he have to do it in the first place? We know Nicholas Hoult. He was in a movie called About a Boy, X-Men First Class, Mad Max Fury Road, and Nosferatu are the movies that I picked out that he's been in lately. And we also saw, I'm gonna butcher this name, man. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher it. Edie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific. I think that's the way you pronounce his name, Edie Gathegi.
I'm sure we'll probably slaughter it several times throughout this episode, so we're sorry in advance.
I'm sorry, I apologize for that, man.
But how fantastic was he? He was great.
Mr. Terrific, he sold Mr. Terrific, man. Every scene he was in,
he was
so upset about all the idiots around him.
He probably has the most memorable scene in the movie, besides the one.
That?
And that's the one where him and Lois go to the camp, Luthor's camp, and he throws that dome around Lois, and he takes out all the Luthor guards there with them balls to that song as he's dancing around.
Oh yeah.
That was a fantastic scene of the movie.
And then he just takes down the dome and grabs her and said, "Let's go."
Yeah, and they all fall off.
That was awesome, man. He's in a show called Into the Badlands. He was also in X-Men First Class. And I'm sure all the ladies out there will recognize him as being part of the Twilight series.
Ugh.
So he was in all the Twilight movies.
Did you like the Twilight movies?
I'm a sucker for the first one. I thought the first one was pretty good. And then it got kind of like carried away.
Let me tell you what kind of sucker I am. So I had my first kidney stone, right? And I just got out of the hospital. I hadn't passed it yet. So I'm sitting on the couch and man, the pain's just so bad. I decided to put Twilight on. Talk about pain upon pain.
I'd rather have another kidney
Give me
stone.
two.
I thought you were going to say just watching it made the kidney stone pass.
It did pass during it. I ain't gonna lie. That's why.
Even the kidney stone.
And I'll tell you when it happened. It was right around where Edward stops the car from hitting her. That's when I had to go to the bathroom and
like,
get it passed. It's out.
Oh man, that's awesome. Mr. Terrific is great in this movie.
Yes, he is.
I love the T-spheres.
Yep.
I love the way James Gunn. I love the way they portrayed the T-spheres that surrounded him all the time.
I like how Crypto eats them.
Yeah,
He thinks
that was
it's
one of
a
my
ball.
favorite scenes. Is when they tell Crypto, toy, and he goes, get the toy, and he's like,
Yeah, you see his little tongue and everything. Grab it, and he's like, "Oh, those are expensive."
oh, that's hilarious, man. We have Anthony Carrigan. Anthony Carrigan plays Metamorpho.
What'd you think of him?
Okay, so it took me a while to get used to his makeup and the way they made him. Yes, he looks like the comic book character, where he's different elements put together and he's not quite stable. That being said, I wish he would have talked more and had more lines. And because 90% of the time he's on screen, he's just whiny.
Yep. And I'll tell
he's
you,
like so crying, depressed all the time. And he's kind of whiny.
right. And what I didn't like is that if I have another thing to pick with this movie is this terrible CGI on his son.
Oh yeah.
That is probably the low point of the movie for me is that CGI on his metamorphosis.
The little green baby.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No, I mean, I like Metamorpho. I think it was a brave move.
Yeah,
on their part to put him. I think this is his first and only movie, probably.
That's why I like seeing new characters on screen that we haven't had a chance to see yet.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I loved about it. When I saw it, I was like, I can't believe I live in an age where Metamorpho is in a movie.
Yep.
A big blockbuster movie, and he has actually a pretty big role in this movie.
He does, and I think I was a little sad that we didn't get a chance to see Brainiac finally.
Yeah, thinking that they're gonna bring him in next time.
Sometime, yeah.
We know Anthony Carrigan. He was in the TV show Gotham. He played Mr. Zaz. He was in Bill and Ted Face the Music. And here's really cool is he's got alopecia in real life. So in real life, he has no hair. So, and he does a lot of work with alopecia, and especially children that have alopecia, to help them deal with that disease and that medical disorder. But he does a lot of work with that, and
it's really cool.
I thought he was really good in the movie. I hope we see him again. I think he might be part of that Justice Gang, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope he's a member of the Justice Gang. We'll see what happens. Talking about the Justice Gang.
Oh, come on. Bring it on.
Favorite character coming in.
Yes, sir.
The one everyone was looking forward to is Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern Guy Gardner.
He absolutely killed this role.
I heard that he actually insisted that Guy Gardner keep that haircut.
What, the bowl haircut?
That bowl haircut?
Yeah.
Because they wanted to change it and give him like a modern haircut or fix it. And he's like, nope, that's his hair.
Dude, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. And I'm really excited to see what they do because I heard that there's a movie coming out called Lanterns that has Hal Jordan, him, and Jon Stewart. And James Gunn said it is more of a Jon Stewart-centered movie. But anytime, if we can get Sinestro and all of them in there, I think it's going to be really good. But Guy Gardner, he plays him so perfectly to the comic books. It's not even funny. And he probably has probably the most epic fight scene at the end where he takes
Is it a fight scene or is he just walking through a battle zone?
Yeah, well, because he's like Superman. He's like, well, kid, I'm not Superman, but we'll see what we can do. And he just starts walking by these tanks, dude, and his hands is going up and giving him the middle finger and blowing up all the tanks as he's walking down the road.
Him over with the middle finger.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous.
That's great. I love when he puts the oven mitts on the kaiju, right? He puts the oven mitts on. He goes, I put on oven mitts.
Right. So, it's good.
He's great. I wanted more of him.
Oh, me too. I was like, there's got to be some extended scenes with him, and especially like when him and Lois are having that interaction. Remember at the Hall of Justice or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's great. One of the things I liked about it was they didn't have the green like ray shoot out of his ring to create all of these constructs. It was like he walked by and the green constructs were just everywhere. And that's one of the things I really need to go back and watch the movie again, because I guarantee there are some constructs with Guy Gardner that I missed.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like I saw a giant hammer. I saw the oven mitts, of course. I saw the middle finger. But there's so many other little ones, I bet, that we just missed.
All right, I'm going to throw this out here now. It's in my notes, but I'm going to throw it out here now. Do you know that when Clark and Lois are talking and you see the Justice Gang outside fighting through the window, remember? Did you catch who they're probably fighting?
I'm going to say it out loud. Can I say it out loud?
Go ahead.
I think it's Mistleplick.
Yep, because he says, oh, it's just some imp. Because if they were really in trouble, Clark would have went out there or Superman would have went out there and helped them. But he's just causing trouble. Mischievous is all he's doing. So
yeah, he's like, it's just some imp from the fifth dimension.
Yeah. So
that's Mistleplick.
I was like, this is,
I'm saying, the nerd inside.
I know. I was like, I cannot believe they just dropped this guy in there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like spilling popcorn in the theater going, that's Mistleplick. That's Mistleplick. You know what I'm saying? And of course, everybody around me's going,
who is that?
Yeah. So that's awesome, man. But of course, Nathan Fillion is, if anybody knows anything about science fiction,
Firefly
stuff, they know it, right? He's in Firefly, The Rookie, Castle. He was actually in the movie Saving Private Ryan, which I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, he plays one of the Ryans. He's also, ironically, he's the voice of Hal Jordan in the animated show.
He's in a lot of them where he plays the voice in the animated series.
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty funny that in the animated version he plays the voice of Hal Jordan, and in the live action he plays Guy Gardner.
He looks just like Guy Gardner, though.
Oh yeah, he's also the voice of Headpool.
Oh yeah,
in Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Crazy.
So he's been in everything, man. He's amazing. We both give Guy Gardner a big thumbs up, man. I can't wait to see him again.
I know.
Another character we see in this movie, part of the Justice Gang, is Isabella Merced, and she plays Hawk Girl.
Fantastic.
She was in Transformers last night. She's also known as Dora the Explorer in the Dora Explorer.
Really?
She was in Alien Romulus, and she's also on the show The Last of Us on HBO.
Did you know that she was filming The Last of Us and this at the same time, and she had to jump back and forth between sets?
Would she just catch a plane and fly?
Or if it was just walk across the street? I don't know where they filmed it at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I do know where they filmed most of the Superman movie. Ohio.
Yeah, Cincinnati. Some of it was in Cincinnati too.
Yeah,
some of it was in Cleveland.
They filmed this movie in Ohio.
But I think Hawk Girl, even though she's only in there a little bit like a Green Lantern, I think the part that everybody's going to remember is when she has the president or leader of that foreign country and she's got him up in the air. She's like, "Oh, you're just like Superman. You're too much like Superman. You won't kill me." And she's like, "I'm nothing like him." And drops him and kills him. I was like,
drops him,
wow.
Right? Oh,
yeah.
That's so cool.
Are you glad that they went with Hawk Girl and not Hawkman?
Yeah, I think so. I'm fine with that. I think that, you had so many male superheroes and male characters in this one. It was a great opportunity to put a female character out there without changing the gender of a character that already exists. They said, you know what, let's put Hawk Girl in there.
I think it works. It's that Justice Gang's really cool.
I don't know where she got the sonic scream though, because I don't remember Hawk Girl having a sonic scream.
But, the Justice King, that's not our real name. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's just a working name. No, it's not. Yes.
That's still a working name. We're still thinking, no, that's what it is.
And then Metamorpho or whatever. He's like, oh, I like that's a cool name. You're in.
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious, man. There are so many characters and so many things. What do you think about Jimmy Olsen?
I'll tell you what, for Jimmy Olsen, being the photographer, he never takes a picture in this movie. Never took a picture.
He's a terrible photographer, huh?
He got all the photos in this he got from that girl that was Lex Luthor's girlfriend or whatever.
Oh,
Ain't that crazy? He never took a picture. Yeah. Miss Tessmacher.
Miss Tessmacher. So Skylar Gisondo plays Jimmy Olsen in this one. I thought he did a pretty good job. He's really young. He looks really young.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool. He's in Vacation, the remake of Vacation, which was terrible. Don't watch that. Don't watch the remake of Vacation. You'll just go to bed sad. He was also in the remake of Halloween too.
Yeah, you'll go to bed sad after watching that too.
Yeah. Eve Tessmacher, his girlfriend or Lex's girlfriend?
Well,
you decide.
I think at the end it ends up being Jimmy's girlfriend, don't it?
Yeah, I don't see how she would be attracted to both Lex Luthor and Jimmy Olsen.
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
She's played by Sarah Sampio, and she's a Victoria's Secret model. That's something I thought. She's she's got the qualifications. So I thought that was pretty nice. Perry White, you probably recognize Perry White in this one. Perry White was played by Wendell Pierce. He's a reoccurring character on The Wire. Jack Ryan. He was in Malcolm X. He was in Selma. He was in Ray.
Now, is this the first time that Perry White has been portrayed by an African American? Do you know?
Let me do some thinking. Probably.
I think it is, and I think that's why a lot of people were mad about his casting. But then again, did a fantastic job in this movie.
I think he did a fine job. He really doesn't have a big role.
No, he yells at Jimmy once or twice, I think.
Yeah, he's kind of like Cat Grant, because like Cat, if you follow the comic, Cat Grant's in the movie, but she doesn't really have any lines. She's just, you could tell by looking at her, that's Cat Grant. She's
everybody's like, what's she doing?
Yeah, she's not doing right. One of the things I thought was really cool about the actor Wendell Pierce is he plays a paramedic in the movie The Money Pit.
Really?
Classic Tom Hanks movie.
Wow.
So if you watch that Tom Hanks movie, he actually comes out. I think that's one of his first roles. That's pretty cool. We also have Ma and Pa Kent in this movie. What do you think about Ma and Pa Kent?
I didn't like him.
Didn't like him, right?
I don't like what they did to him, if that makes sense.
You mean made him two? Because they were like two Kansas.
I don't want to say that. It's just like,
were they too backwards country? What?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's just something about them that it just didn't set right with me. You?
They were like a non-role to me. I really don't remember a lot. Usually the Superman movies do a really good job of selling Ma and Pa Kent.
Yeah, it's the family connection of Superman.
The original movies, 1978, you cared about Ma and Pa Kent.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell Ma and Pa Kent loved Clark, right? The same thing when Kevin Costner played, when he played.
No, don't come out here to the Twister.
Exactly. Stay there. It's too dangerous for you.
Well, I mean, even in Smallville, but that was different. That was this whole high school and stuff where you got more interactions with them.
Is that Schneider that plays him in that one?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. It's almost like they were in the movie as little as possible in this, and it didn't really make you feel the connection with Clark to his parents as the previous movies.
Yeah, that's what I had a problem with that too. The dad was played by Pruitt Taylor Vince. He was in the movie Mississippi Burning, Jacob's Ladder, Natural Born Killers, JFK. So he's been in some really big
movies.
but they just didn't have enough screen time. And I mean, the movie's over 2 hours,
Right.
so I can see the fact that there's probably a lot of Ma and Pa Kent scenes, a lot of Smallville scenes that were probably left on the cutting room floor.
Well, but then again, you got to remember that James Gunn said we're not doing another Superman origin story. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that he's going with everybody knows who Ma and Pa Kent is. They know how Superman arrived on Earth and everything. We're just going to move forward from there. That may be part of the reason.
I am so glad that they're not relaunching the Superman series and relaunching the DC universe with origin stories again.
Right, because how many times have we got to see it? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a Superman fan. I'll go watch it anyway. But I think, it's just like Batman's parents getting killed. How many times do you have to see it on screen? Which I think James Gunn said he's not going to do that either.
Spider-Man gets bit by a spider. We get it.
Right.
So I'm really glad that they didn't go that route.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad they didn't go that route, man. We also have Maria Gabriela de Faria. You like the way I said that one?
You got that one.
She plays Angela Spica, or the Engineer. What do you think about the Engineer? The Engineer's the one with the nanotechnology. And
she's got like the saw arms and everything. She was all right. Yeah. She was all right.
Yeah, she's a Venezuelan actress, and so all the movies that she had done beforehand were pretty much in Venezuela, and they were in Spanish. So there's really not a lot of American history back there with her.
Let me ask you.
What's really cool?
Let me ask you a question, Bond.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Fortress of Solitude in this movie?
The Fortress of Solitude was amazing, man.
You like how it turned to the sun and then it sank beneath the ice. Did you like that?
Yeah, it's alien technology, man. I like the fact that it's hidden, because usually the Fortress of Solitude is like always there.
Right.
So I like the fact that it sinks into the ice, so that way global maps and stuff like that and satellite imagery can't catch it.
But I don't know if I like that it turned to the sun when they
when they charge him up.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it going up and down in the ice, fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. But to have the whole thing turn, you would think that would cause an earthquake or something. That something would be on the radar.
You know what I did love? I did love Superman's robots.
Oh yeah, there was some pretty famous people that were in those robots, voiced those robots too. Did you have that?
Oh yeah, why don't you share that with us?
I don't remember. I didn't write them down because you had the cast. So.
Oh, I know that one of them was the
Tulin,
voice of what?
What's his name? The guy that does all the crazy stuff. I can't think of his name. Come on, give it to me. Who voiced number
Michael
4?
Winslow?
No, who voiced number 4?
Voice number 4 was played by Jennifer Holland.
Oh, that's not
Jennifer
her.
Holland is Gunn's wife.
Oh, that wasn't the one.
Yeah, Gunn's wife, Jennifer Holland, voiced the Superman robot.
Was it Alan Tudyk or Tudyk or what's his name? Is he one of them?
Oh, okay. I don't have that written down. That's a good one. Oh, Alan Tudyk, right? Yeah. Alan Tudyk, Grace Chan were some of the other ones. Michael Rooker.
Oh yeah, Michael Rooker, famous for from being in The Walking Dead, where he was Daryl's brother, and he was also in James Gunn's other hit, the Guardians of the Galaxy, where he played the guy that whistled. What's his name? What's his name in that? I can't think of that either.
Can't remember it offhand. But he's blue as a whistle.
Blue has like the little spiky flies around.
That's true. So they were 12, 1, 5, and 4. Yeah, and he got his wife to play one of them also.
Well, that's like you were telling me what I thought of that girl with the nanotech lady, and when she comes into the Fortress of Solitude and just starts sawing them guys in half.
Yeah, I was kind of sad about that.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. I really like those guys. We also have... I guess we should talk about one of the characters that I don't have written down. He's probably the star of the movie.
Crypto
the super dog. Yes, we have yet to mention Crypto the super dog on this podcast.
Did you like Crypto?
I love little Crypto. He's such a good boy, but not really.
Well, this is going to be a big spoiler right here. So what's even funnier than, I mean, he acts like a normal dog, but they CGI'd James Gunn actually adopted the dog, and they actually CGI'd Crypto from his dog. I have it in my notes. And he says every time that he sees himself on screen, he tries to kill himself. So he tries to get the dog that's attacking Superman and everything. But we come to find out at the end of this movie that Superman's cousin has arrived and she asks where her dog is. So we come to find out that Supergirl makes her cameo appearance, and she's obviously been out partying too long the night before, and that Crypto is her dog. And
yeah, Kara Zor-El.
Yeah, I think I can't wait for Supergirl because we only have that one movie back in the day. Remember that movie?
Yeah, with Helen Slater.
Mm-hmm. And I always wondered why we had never seen another Supergirl movie.
I don't know. I liked Crypto the Superdog, but here's one of the problems that I had with this movie. I think Crypto was more super than Superman.
I agree 100%. Superman got beat down this entire movie. Honestly.
Every time Superman would get beat up, Crypto would save the day.
Yep.
Crypto came in and saved him like 3 or 4 times in this movie.
I mean, he saved him from the black hole.
Mm-hmm.
He saved him, pulling him into the Fortress of Solitude.
Scene where he's in the ice and Crypto has to drag him to the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, but it's funny at the beginning
when in trouble.
When he first calls for him, whistles, and he comes and just starts jumping and bouncing all over him.
That's so dog, man. That's one thing James Gunn got right, man. That is 100% what a dog would do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's play.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's an awesome dog, man. I think most people wanted more dog.
Especially when he was fighting Lex Luthor and him I thought they were going to kill him there in the Fortress of Solitude, and it was going to be a really sad day there.
Oh man, can you imagine the fan uproar
the backlash?
If they killed Crypto.
Oh, after you introduced him like that and then just came in and killed him, it would have been ugly.
That would have been such a cruel joke, man.
But I would have liked it. I think it would have added another element of why you hate Lex Luthor so much.
That's true, man. That is so bad. If they would have done that, I would have been so sad. Another cameo is Gunn's brother comes out in this movie. James Gunn's brother plays his brother's name is Sean. He comes out. He plays Maxwell Lord, the founder of the Justice Gang. There's a brief scene where they show Maxwell Lord getting into his car.
Well, do you know what else there's a cameo of?
Uh-oh.
Will Reeve. Reeve was the youngest child of former Superman Christopher Reeve, and he appears as a reporter in real life. Will is a television correspondent for ABC News. His cameo was first reported in July 2024 by Cleveland's local newspaper, The Plains Dealer. It was shot while exterior filming was underway in Cleveland's public square. Will was only 3 years old when his father was injured in that accident that left him paralyzed. So I thought that was really cool that they incorporated him as a cameo in there.
All right. God bless Will Reeve, man. That's awesome.
And there is another cameo. But did you see him? Did you see him?
Who's that?
John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
John Cena as the Peacemaker was there being interviewed on TV.
John Cena was there.
And they say
on television.
They say that in the Peacemaker season 2, which is getting ready to come out, I believe this fall or here in a little bit.
Yeah, very
soon. That the Justice Gang is going to be a big part of that. So I'm hoping we see more Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl and all them.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I can't wait for that one. John Cena comes out. There's another slight cameo. Michael Rosenbaum comes out in this movie.
Yep.
Right? As the voice of one of Luthor's Raptor guards.
I love it.
So he's got those armored guards that all around him. One of them is the voice of Michael Rosenbaum. It's pretty cool. Overall, man, what'd you think? Yes, no.
Hang on. We got some trivia still to go through here, Bond.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
More trivia? We just dropped a lot of trivia.
We dropped a lot of knowledge, but we got a little things I'm going to filter through here and get your opinion on.
I love it, man. Let's do it.
So did you know that there was actually 5 Green Lantern rings made for this movie? Nathan Fillion kept one and he wore it to the premiere.
All right.
The iconic red trunks of Superman were requested by David Cornsweet, who justified it thusly. I'm an alien from outer space who can fly and lift buildings, and I shoot laser beams out of my eyes that can dissolve things. I want kids to not be afraid of me, so what am I going to wear? So, and that's something we didn't really talk about yet, is Superman is portrayed as an alien in this movie.
Yes, that's actually a big deal.
That is actually one of the first times that he's been known as the alien. This is the first Superman film since Superman Returns in 2006 to utilize the man John Williams' main theme from Superman 1978. Bond, did they ever release this in 3D? Did they release this in 3D? I don't think they did, that I could see.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a 3D version of this movie available. At least
cool.
Not here in South Texas.
That'd be cool if there was. Let's see here. James Gunn tweeted that the death of his father was an influence on the screenplay. The film's release date, July 11, 2025, was his father's birthday. The full name of the character, Otis Berg, who is a member of Lex Luthor's Luthor Corp crew, is playful nod to Otisburg, the seaside spot penciled in by Ned Beatty's character Otis on the map of his boss's evil waterfront scheme in Superman.
The worst Superman character of all time.
What? No, not Ned. Do you think, dude, was he worse than Richard Pryor in Superman 3?
No, but Superman 3 doesn't exist in my world, so
you don't
no
get
such thing as this. Tell me more about the Superman 3 you speak of.
We might have to cover that on summer sequels.
This movie started filming on Superman's birthday?
Yep, February 29th, I think.
Yeah, something right around there, man. It's actually the first day they went to filming is considered Superman's birthday in the comic.
So personal trainer Paolo Mascitti confirmed that David Cornsweet gained 40 pounds of muscle prior to filming. So they said he had been, and he's a tall guy, man. He's 6'4". That's a pretty big Superman.
That's huge.
Yeah. And he went from 200 to like 240 pounds. So I thought that was really crazy too.
I don't even have 40 pounds of muscle. Forget gaining 40. If you were to add up all my muscle together, it wouldn't be 40 pounds worth of muscle.
Nathan Fillion based his portrayal of Guy Gardner on Estelle Getty's The Golden Girls character, Sophia Petrillo.
I read that. That's hilarious. Estelle Getty. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is hilarious. So we've already talked about some of that stuff. What'd you think of Superman being a fan of the fake band, the Mighty Crabjoys?
Oh.
You can spot the poster.
Like the whole time I'm thinking, is that a real band?
That's what I was doing too. I was like, man, I've never heard of these guys. But you can spot the poster on the band in his room in Smallville, and also the band actually does appear in other DCU projects. In Creature Commandos, Eric Frankenstein wears the Mighty Crabjoys t-shirt, and in Peacemaker there is a billboard of the band. So I like how it's a running joke through all this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So James Gunn discussed how Krypto's inclusion was inspired by his own dog, Azu, who was adopted around the time Gunn began working on the script. However, Gunn also subsequently revealed that Krypto is literally Ozu. Krypto's CGI model was directly built off a 3D digital scan of Ozu and recolored white. As John Gokes, every time he sees himself come on screen, he tries to murder himself. So, did you notice that the Justice Gang's Hall of Justice, if you will, doesn't it look very good? Doesn't it look almost like the old cartoon from the Super Friends from 73 to 85?
Like exactly like the Super Friends Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice. Are we going to see a new Aquaman? What do you think?
Is Aquaman going to look like Aquaman? Is he going to look like Jason Momoa?
No. We need to see the Arthur Curry blonde hair.
That's what I'm saying. The blonde, yellow, or what is it? Orange suit, scale suit.
Oh, yeah. We need to see all that, dude.
I want to see an Arthur Curry Wonder Woman or Aquaman for sure.
Who would you get to play Aquaman now? Would you go with a no name?
Probably. It would have. What's the problem I have with Aquaman is he needs to be a normal sized guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not an extra from Moana. You know what I'm saying? He
was always like, he wasn't really muscular. I guess he was muscular, but he looked normal. Like he was just an average guy. Yeah. So we'll see.
He's just a normal blonde guy.
We'll see. So upon the release of the film, Superman actor David Cornsweet revealed that his predecessor, Henry Cavill, wrote him a letter of support and encouragement. He said that he'd keep the details to himself as his meaningful and personal gesture between him and Cavill, because there's several people that were still mad that Cavill got replaced. I was one of them because I thought he was a perfect looking Superman. But I got to give
I don't think he was given the chance, but I think this other guy did a great job.
Oh yeah, he did a fantastic job. I'm glad I was wrong. Because anytime there's another Superman, that just means you can make more movies, and that's what I like. So Anthony,
I actually have a name of somebody who tried out for Superman, sent in a tape.
Go ahead.
Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, Arnold's son.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's son he actually sent a tape in, a self tape of him as Superman.
Well, you know what, Bond? He may have not got this job, but guess what? He'll be back.
He'll be back in Superman 2.
When he tries to get to the chopper.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to yell for Lois.
He's going to be a helicopter pilot. So Anthony Kerrigan explained about wearing the makeup for Metamorpho. It's things that were glued on me, but they painted on detail, and then more things were glued onto that, Kerrigan told Entertainment Weekly. I'm not kidding when I say that I was glued in, I was sewn in, I was completely enveloped. I was tied in, roped in, basically, but all in service of this incredible costume. I think the reason why James Gunn called me and specifically was because I really understood on a human level this idea of feeling different, feeling like something that has happened to you feels like a curse, says Kerrigan, who Bond had talked about as alopecia. He says it was an unspoken thing that James and him understood, that once he started really asking questions about it, that there was a sense that he really wanted someone who was quite tortured with what was going on. The really human quality of struggling with that, I think, comes through. The film will feature certain elements that allude to Metamorpho's backstory. Kerrigan mentions including the presence of Stag Industries, a company pulled directly from DC Comics that played a part in the character's origins. However, fans will meet Metamorpho in full swing of who he is. A self-proclaiming big fan of practical effects, Kerrigan says his Metamorpho transformation required about 5 to 6 hours in the makeup chair. It's worth it, he adds. It's worth it because you can actually feel the texture of something. Your brain notices the difference. On how he coped with that process was simple. He said, maybe it's just the fact that I grew up with 2 older sisters who would sit me down and put whatever makeup they wanted to on me. But I just go into a completely, tranquil state. I'm just having a good time. The hardest part, I think, is the last hour. And my question is, you all got all that on. What if you got to go to the bathroom, right? That's what I always think.
They have to put a fly in there somehow, a Velcro
or
zipper
maybe one of them old butt flaps. Remember, like the old.
Oh yeah, like the old style,
like
onesie pajamas.
Little House on the Prairie. The first trailer received 250 million online views within the first 24 hours, the second most of any film not released by Disney after Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021 with 356 million views.
I might have been one of those. I might have been one of those 250 million.
I bet you watched it more than once, didn't you? I remember when we were talking about it, you're like, did you see this? I think this is this. I think I'm so excited. I was like, Bob, we still got 10 months to go. So James confirmed that one of Henry Cavill's suits from Man of Steel in 2013 was used for the actors to wear during screen test while auditioning for Superman. When David Cornsweet put it on, he accidentally tore it because he was too tall for the suit.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's terrible. You already talked about Patrick Schwarzenegger.
So here's a quick question for you. Do you think that if people are not familiar with these characters, they would have struggled during this movie? Like, because if you don't know who Metamorpho is, if you don't know who Guy Gardner is, if you don't know who, maybe not Superman, you know who Superman is, you know who Lex Luthor is, you know who Lois Lane is. But beyond that, all these extra characters, do you think people are going, who are these people? What are their power? Like Mr. Terrific is the one I struggled with the most because I know who Mr. Terrific is because I've been reading comic books for years. But if I'm some guy off the street, some family off the street, they come in and watch this movie and there's Mr. Terrific. There's no explanation of who this man is, what his powers are.
Right.
I don't know if they ever refer to him by his real name, but as you're watching, going, so does he have superpowers? Is he a computer? Is he,
Well, and then I think the same thing would be about Metamorpho when he has his hand turned into kryptonite.
Right.
So
there's a one-line explanation. He can turn into any element. That's it.
Yep. I don't know. I mean,
but you're like, is he an alien?
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing like when he did Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of people didn't know who those were either.
Yeah, I guess so. Because nobody knew who Peter Quill was, or
Right.
Rocket Raccoon or anything.
So production designer Beth Mickle spent 6 months designing Superman's home, the Fortress of Solitude, and a further 16 weeks building the set. James Gunn wanted a practical set for the place the superhero retreats to and not something creative with CG or virtual production. So she says Mickle, who worked with Gunn on Guardians of the Galaxy 3, calls the Fortress one of her most challenging set builds. We felt so much pressure to pay homage to the original to keep audiences happy. In the Richard Donner films, an ice crystal was thrown into the ground and a crystalline structure would grow out of the ground. While honoring what had come before, Mickle also wanted to inject something fresh into imaging what the set would look like. The fortress exteriors were shot in Norway's Svalbard, an archipelago between Norway and the North Pole, whose icy terrain was the perfect setting for the frosty fort. Mickle admitted building it was a massive challenge. We built 242 giant crystals. They're all real. The only interaction with CG, she said, was to create the movement of the fortress as it rises from below the ice. The crystals were made from resin. All the resin that existed on the eastern seaboard in 2023, we bought it all. Mickle said it was cheaper than a CGI set. Inside Superman's base, the computer dashboard and every crystal behind it, along with the floor, were also physical builds. Mickle recalled what it was like when David Cornsweet saw the set for the first time. Nobody was in there because they were going to be shooting an exterior. I turned around and saw David walking up the steps in his long red cape. He came over and was so gracious and complimented the set.
I can't believe that. That's amazing. So what do they do with it after the filming? Like, is it still out there?
I don't know. I didn't
Is it
see
disassembled and put away, and they're going to take it and put it back together for the next movie?
Or they leave it there, or hopefully they're. Supergirl comes out next year. Are they using any of that for her? Maybe.
You'd almost have to.
Yep.
Right. That is amazing. I can't believe that.
So, Bond, there's a lot more stuff here we're not going to get into because it's long enough already. So, give me your thoughts, feelings on this film.
All right. So, first off, I'm excited that we're doing a movie that's still in the theaters. That way, people can run out. They can go see it. I highly recommend this movie for families to go check out. I think it's very family friendly. It's very entertaining. I put it as the third best Superman movie of all time. I'm thinking the Superman 1 and 2 from the 1970s and 80. And then I'm thinking this one's right up there with those. This is a great relaunch. I loved it. I could nitpick it. You could go through it and nitpick it and say, here's this little minor thing that's wrong. Here's this little minor thing that's wrong. Here's this that bothers me. But there's so many Easter eggs for fans in there. The story's entertaining. The characters are well done. Oh man, that's a hard one. I'm thinking it's can I go 8.5?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking 8.5, 8.5 out of 10, just because you can't touch the originals, but man, this is really good.
All right, so you're giving it an 8.5, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking 8.5. Man, it's right up there. I'm loving this movie, man.
So where are you putting Superman 1 and Superman 2 then?
I have to give Superman 1 probably a 9. Superman 2, 9.5.
Yeah, Superman 2 is almost a perfect movie.
Superman 1.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. For me, I like the guy that portrays Superman. I think he did a fine job. I love Lex Luthor and Lois Lane. I think they're really great casting. Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion. I mean, nobody else could even do it now. You can't replace that.
I agree.
mean, he's perfect. Mr. Terrific. I mean, he was terrific. Hawkgirl, awesome. They really nailed that whole Justice Gang. I think that really, really set the stage. Metamorpho, he looks just like the comics. He really does. So I can't really say anything bad about that. And then to see what he went through with all the makeup and everything, I have to give it to him. He did fine. Like I said, the two things, well, the one thing I really had to think of was Lex Luthor playing Battleship with Superman. And Bob, did you say, I don't remember you talking about who played Ultraman. Did you skip him in the cast?
Right?
Did you skip him in the cast?
Ultraman was played by, isn't that played by Cornswood also?
I don't know, but I didn't know if there was somebody that was in the suit before they make that reveal.
No, I think he played Ultraman also, since it was his clone.
I mean, I didn't know if he did that with the mask on the entire time.
Oh, I don't have that written down, like who played him with the mask on.
Right. Okay.
That mask, I mean, very suspicious mask on that one, man.
Yeah.
Was that Bizarro we were seeing?
Yeah, that was really weird. That's a way to introduce Bizarro too, right?
Yeah.
Did
Superman?
All right, and then I'll throw this out there before I give you my final thing. If you could bring one of Batman villains over into the Superman universe or the Superman Metropolis, who are you bringing to fight Superman? The Joker? You bringing the Joker?
Maybe the Riddler.
That'd be great. Because can you see
Riddler?
Can you seem like, I really know who you are, Clark, or something? Just
exactly. Or maybe even Poison Ivy, I think would be a great one to bring in.
What about Bane?
I don't think Superman can handle Bane.
Bane can be pumping in kryptonite into his veins. What?
Yeah. Bane or Raja Ghul, I think, might be able to take him out.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. Okay. So
all right, so what do you give this one?
So
man?
for me,
I give it 8.5. Are you going higher, lower?
I think I'm just going to give it an 8. I think I like where it's going. I need to see more. I'm not sold on James Gunn being the savior of the DC movie universe quite yet. One thing that has always bothered me is that DC can nail the animated series so well, the animated movies. They are some of the fantastic storytelling, voice actors, and everything. Whereas Marvel has always had the foothold in the cinematic universe, the actual movies. So it's off to a good start, I will say that. But I know next year we have Supergirl coming out, and we have, I think it's Lanterns that comes out next year.
Lanterns is coming out soon also.
Right. But I'm really, really interested to see that Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I want to see what he does with Batman. Because that's going to be a telltale sign, because you have Superman and Batman, and they're redoing Wonder Woman too. I seen a thing on that too. So it's going to be interesting to see, once he gets all these characters lined up, how it's going to flow into the next unit. How is it going to weave its way into each movie?
It's such a balancing act with Batman and Superman, because Batman is so dark and they've portrayed him so darkly.
Now,
and Superman doesn't play in that universe.
Do you hope that the suit that Batman wears, he goes back to the gray and blue?
I think that would be amazing. As long as it doesn't have bat nipples, I'm all for it.
Right. I think it'd be great. So, but
what about a prop? What prop are you pulling from this movie?
Man,
keep in mind that your collection's getting pretty full now.
But if I took the Fortress of Solitude, I'd have enough places to store everything. No,
the whole thing is inside this prop.
Okay, and we can't take crypto. I'm going to put that out there. So
okay, that's easy.
I think what I want to take is the if you remember, I think it's when Clark's first coming into the Daily Planet. There is a doorman, if you will, and he's reading a newspaper, and the newspaper says Superman saves Rajasthan or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take that newspaper.
Daily Planet.
Yeah. What are you taking?
Choice.
I would take one of the sphere balls, but I think that's just too cheesy to take.
See, I think that's where I'm going with this, because my first thought was I was going to take Crypto's collar, right? The red collar with the little Superman symbol on it. I'm thinking about taking Crypto's collar.
I mean, I would have took Supergirl if I could have, but we can't take it.
I'll take Supergirl. No way. She's high maintenance, man.
Yeah, she is.
Off planet getting drunk. There's no way. That's too much work. But I think I am going to take his T-Sphere.
Are you?
Yeah.
Take the easy way out. Why don't you?
Yeah. Or, you know what else would be really cool? The prosthetic that Metamorpho wore when his hand turned into kryptonite.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. You know what else would even be cool is the flag that the kid kept raising over there in the foreign country that had the Superman flag
that was being raised.
That was really cool too.
Superman.
I don't know, Guy Gardner's haircut. That'd been a great one too. But well, this is the first time we've covered a movie that was still in the theaters. We've taken the cap off of movies that were 20 years and older now. So you'll never know what you're going to hear on these episodes coming forward. So hang tight. We're getting there. So
yeah, we were both just so excited after watching this movie that we had.
I said, what better way to break it than to talk about Superman? So there you have it. So you can follow us on Facebook. We are the Tragedy of Cinema podcast group on Facebook. If you want to join us, you can email us at thetragedyofcinema@gmail.com. If you want to leave us a review, you can leave it on iTunes, Apple, Spotify, wherever. Bond will probably read it on the air.
Yes.
But with that being said, I think this episode's coming to a close, and that's a wrap.
And cut.
The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer, join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer, join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. Those we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, when